Hi, this is Christopher Katt. Welcome to another Pyro side chat. Got a little piece here that I'm working on. It's a graduation gift. I don't know the young man very well, but his parents are friends of mine, and thought I'd make something really cool for him. They said he's really into dinosaurs, so I just kind of freehand sketched this directly on here. As you can see, just pencil. And not the, I don't know, most well thought out design, but something, I mean, it's just a silhouette, it's not that complicated, so just gonna follow along and then fill it in. Pretty simple stuff. I was trying to think of something to talk about today, and I was kind of thinking about the previous video, and I was thinking specifically about artists and their chosen medium. And I've got a few different artist friends, and I've heard so many times various artists complain, talk about that artist block that I discussed earlier, and how it's kind of a struggle. They enjoy the work maybe at the beginning, and they enjoy it once it's done and they have the completed work. But a lot of the middle part they don't enjoy, and that's a pretty common thing for artists, I believe. It could also be an indication that they're in the wrong art form, the wrong medium. It was that way for me for many, many years. And you probably heard me say this in other videos, but the whole reason I started to do pyrography, wood burning art, is because of a video I watched when I was just kind of sitting bored at a track meet, of all things. And I didn't know any of the competitors who were up at the time, and I was getting bored rooting for somebody else's kid that I did not know. So I'm not a big sports person. And I saw this Japanese master doing this, and I thought, gosh, that's so cool. I got to do this, And it was kind of like an artistic love at first sight. And what I was doing up to that point, I'd done your typical pencil graphite, which I was starting to take that to a pretty high level, and I did enjoy that to a certain extent. I loved how portable it was. You just need paper, pencils, boom, you're done. And you can take that anywhere. You can go to the mall and set up. Might be a good way to get some potential buyers that way, people or commissions. Inking, a little messier, not quite as portable, but still very portable. And I did some inking for a while, and there's various things you can do with that as well. Let's see. Then I got into, when I was, my younger years, high school and whatnot, I did a little bit of, the anime stuff, which I'm not downing anime. I still kind of enjoy some of their art, but and some people do it at a very high level. I don't know. Even though I still kind of like it, I think in some ways I just moved beyond it a little bit. Interest lied elsewhere, I think is the polite way to put it. And got into etching headstones, of all things, etching granite, which I got pretty good at. One of the best etchers in the area. Of course, that's kind of a dying art. A lot of it's going to laser etch now, but yeah, there's still quite a few hand artists out there. There's one gal in particular I'm friends with on Facebook. She's phenomenal. Very good at what she does. And I enjoyed that for a little while, but it just didn't hold my interest for very long. I think it was just too loud, too obnoxious. I couldn't really enjoy myself while I was doing that. What I get out of art is a sense of peace and calm, and I crave that, and it helps me to kind of unwind from my day, or even if it's just the start of the day. I don't know, I just like it. It's very calming to me, and I like that. But everybody's different. The problem with wood burning art, it's very not portable. Yeah, I mean, I've found some ways you can get like a battery and a inverter and take it with you, but the problem is, if it's even just a slightly breezy day, you're screwed. Because it doesn't matter if you have a hobby burner or a high grade burner like what I have. The moment the slightest breeze hits that, it cools down your tip. In fact, that's a common tactic. When if you're getting in a tough area, you blow on the tip as you're going to try to control it. That's used a little bit more with hobby burners than the professional burners, but I'm getting a bit off topic. My point being is that it took me a while to find my medium, the one that was for me. I never suspected that was the issue. I just suspected I was being lazy and I needed to turn up the heat a little bit. Redouble my efforts in focusing on my art, you know. Like I said in my previous video, it could just be you're a hobby artist and you're pushing yourself to be something that maybe you really don't want to be or do. You just want to work on it occasionally as a hobby. Again, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's the way it is, if that's the way you are, accept it. It's okay. It doesn't make you any less of an artist. You just don't want to work on it as often, or, you know, to that level, or however you want to word it. But if you are struggling, another thing to look into is maybe you're just in the wrong medium. Now, I am going to explore into painting a little bit. I realize that I just need to branch out a little bit. And I watch some videos of other people, doing their works and everything, and that just kind of a similar draw on some of the techniques that they've used. And it's like, yeah, that feels like me. That's something I can do. That's something I want to do. And almost without fail, whenever I have that feeling, I excel in whatever it is that I'm doing that way. I don't need an instructor so much or anything like that. I just kind of, get the supplies, sit down, start working at it, and over time really start to get it. But that's because art's very much a part of me. If it's a part of you, I'm sure you're the same way. Everybody thinks that way about something. Some people might be automotive mechanical stuff. Some people might be cooking. Some people might be athletics. Me, it's art. So, but yeah, like I said, you're really struggling, having a hard time making yourself sit down and work on your art, try a different medium. Maybe you're in the wrong one. And if that doesn't work, try a different one. Try wood burning. Wood burning doesn't work for you? Okay, try painting. Painting doesn't work? Try just pencil sketching. You just got to find what it is that clicks with you. And then I'm sure it'll all flow. So, anyways, I've got to get this done, and got another work to go. Just show you my progress a little bit so far. It's just simple wood. So, anyways, have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.